So before this video begins, I just want to quickly explain something which will come up later. I am recording this halfway through the editing process. So the original intention of this was to discuss one point that I believed the story revolved around. That changes with the intention of this video changes with the game, as the game does not actually explore that enough, which I explain much later on. However, I want to keep this because while the intention changed, I think the intention becomes a lot more focused as it goes from being about something illegal to, well, does the story have does anything in the story make sense? So yeah, if you're here to see basically just watch the video if you want to understand what I mean, because it makes more sense when watching. Yeah. I hope you enjoy this, because I didn't enjoy recording. Ahoy hoy, welcome to the start of a new series. So I'm calling this series Does It Make Sense? Because it's vague enough that I can put anything into it. So today we're looking at The Suicide of Rachel Foster, a game which was on my wish list for a long time, and I then purchased earlier this year. So I'm looking at the Steam page, you can't see it, but I'm looking at the Steam page. It was released on February 20th of 2020. I believe you could put it on your wish list before then, because I remember having this on my wish list for like a year at this point. So why am I talking about this game in a series called Does It Make Sense? Well, it's actually kind of interesting because I was unaware of how most of this plot went, because I saw it and basically read the description of it, which the descriptions have changed, which I will cover that in a moment. Yeah, so I read the description, thought this could be an interesting game to play eventually. I didn't read the reviews though. So I'm going to quickly read what is now the description, which wasn't back in July when I bought this, essentially June. So, coming back to the family hotel after years, a young woman finds herself trapped with the ghost from her past and an old cellular telephone as the only way to unveil a terrible truth. Shut up. So, I will cover the terrible truth in a moment, because I am going to spoil the ending of this game in a moment. However, under the About This Game section on the Steam page, there is an entire massive paragraph that wasn't there before. Or an entire little plot description which wasn't there before. Because it now talks about her father the main character's father, getting a girl the same age as the main character pregnant, which was not there originally, as far as I am aware. Meaning they've gone back and added that, which is important because this game, for some reason, decides to tackle the subject of statutory rape. However, it doesn't do it in a way where it condemns it. From what I read from, let's see, make it negative reviews, because there was one that I read where, yeah, so, what date was this? 8th of November, there was a review which says that basically covers we're supposed to buy the it was love angle, which, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting story, because basically the entire plot twist of the game is it was rape, but they loved each other. So let's begin this nightmare that could be. It also apparently has horror elements, but they just seem to sort of be like nothing. The affair your father had with that young woman 9 years ago, and her ensuing suicide broke our family apart forever. I imagine exactly what was going through your head in that moment. Oh, the things at the bottom are her. So my father no longer exists for me, I can only trust my mother. That your father had irreparably betrayed us, our trust, and that she had done the right thing by throwing herself off that cliff. That is wrong. And back to walking. So far already, they've said the affair with the girl your age, which I don't think that's really an affair at that point.
Some concerned meteorologists are comparing it to the storm that hit Billings in 1955, with 42 inches of snow falling over a single night. Are we heading into the mother of all winters in Lewis and Clark County?
Wait, Clark County, isn't that where Far Cry 5 takes place? This looks like a Far Cry 5 loading screen. Oh god, that sensitivity.
No, that's all I remember from the night we deployed 10 years ago.
Hold on, so this is the walking speed. Now if I press shift while walking, this is the run speed. Alright, so I think from now on, oh, why is zoom space? Okay.
911 emergency. How can I help you? What's your emergency? Hello? Can you hear me? What's your emergency?
Mr. McGrath, hi, it's Paulie from Century Telephone Company. I'm sorry to bother you, but as I told you last time, the company requires cutting off the telephone service to delinquent customers. I'm really sorry, Leonard, but my hands are tied. We have to go ahead. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
Books are here. Bunch of self-help books.
Yeah, Nicole, it's Jenkins, the attorney. The hotel chain that wants to take over your hotel has just dumped a mammoth holy Bible of documents on my desk that I need to check through. I have to personally go to the county land registry office before we meet. Listen, I know you didn't want to go to your father's funeral, but now the hotel is entirely your property. The law requires you to assess its condition before putting it on the market. It's very noble of your mother to want to repay that poor girl's family, Rachel. Not everyone would deprive themselves of such a sum. Anyway, it's up to you now. Get to it. I'll bring you a burger you Portland folks can only dream of. Oh, I left you some notes and a master key on the dining room table of your family's old apartment. Start your rounds from there. Give me a couple of hours. Don't run off, all right?
So where am I?
We should have hired a decent attorney from Portland, Mom, not this potato head. Come on, let's do this.
No, seriously, where am I? So I think I'm on this floor. I'm next to the museum? Is the museum down here as well? No. Okay, so I'm... Is there a way to... Why can't you zoom in? Because I have no idea where I am. Oh, I can pick it up now.
Hello?
Can you hear me? Is this Miss McGrath?
Wilson. McGrath was my father's.
This is Helena Federal Emergency Management Agency. My name is Irving Crawford. Mr. Jenkins told me you'd be arriving.
Mr. Jenkins is a very enterprising man.
Oh, I guess so. I wouldn't know.
I'm kidding.
Oh, right.
Any reason for your call, Irving from Federal... whatchamacallit?
I'm calling to assist you during your stay at the hotel.
What?
The Timberline is old but sturdy. You'll enjoy your stay, and be safe, no problem. The furnace, wiring, it's all under control.
Oh, okay, enough.
What?
I don't know what Jenkins told you, but I have zero intention of staying here longer than, let's say, 20 minutes.
Oh. But the storm.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm leaving straight away.
Maybe you're not aware.
Thanks for everything. Irving, right?
Irving. Yeah. You.
Bye.
No to-do list. Okay, great.
Hello?
Hey, you still there, Irving?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I'm still here, Miss McGrath. I mean, Miss Wilson.
When you said this shack was sturdy...
Oh, that's what I was trying to tell you before. Around these parts, the weather...
How much time do I have to move?
The snow piles up pretty quick, and some parts over 3,000 feet are already icing over.
I gotta risk it.
You're not thinking of taking the car?
Obviously, yes.
Yeah?
Nicole, listen. If your car breaks down, we can't come get you. Not even with tanks.
Whatever happened to Miss Wilson?
Sorry about that. I just...
Nicole is fine. That said, thanks for everything. Again. Thanks.
Seriously, if you ended up out there with your car gone dead, with 12 inches of snow and 20 degrees below zero, your lungs would collapse in a few minutes.
I remember how things work in the mountains. Luck doesn't exist.
As a FEMA agent, I have to insist...
You know, you're not the first man.
To do what?
To try and stop me.
Hey, wait!
Bye.
No, well, gone to the car, looks like.
What can go wrong? I have a 1986 Dodge.
So does that mean go to the car?
I won't stay here a minute more. No way. The attorney, he'll take care of everything. Fuck all this.
Tell me you changed your mind.
You there?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, right. It's a direct line.
I can't find my car keys. My fucking car keys. I left them on the seat.
You sure?
Think so. Maybe someone...
No. Listen. This office is about 12 miles from the hotel as the crow flies. It's 40 miles by road. There's nothing or no one in between, and that's not a good thing right now.
Damn it, I knew it.
Maybe the keys are in your pocket.
Wow, that didn't even cross my mind.
Only trying to help.
Yeah, that was kind of bitchy.
No problem. The keys will turn up. The good news is that we have these new cell phones. That's what they call them. Radio doesn't reach out there. I bypassed the signal to create a direct line through a shortwave sequencer. It's like a two-way radio station that's always open.
This place. I vowed to never come back.
Listen, I might only be a voice, but remember I'm here for you. If you need me, just call. Seriously.
Ugh. Fine.
Now where? I have to open the garage door. Hope it's working. It's frozen.
Talk to me.
I can't open the garage door. It's a conspiracy, damn it.
Stuff freezes up with the cold.
I have to get out of here. I'm not sure you get it.
So wait, was that day one or am I about to start day one? No, I guess walk all the way back up.
Give me some good news.
Just letting you know that the rooms will heat up before the hallways.
I just want to go to bed.
Did you find a room you feel comfortable in?
Yeah, my old room. It's exactly like I left it. Leonard cleaned it, but he didn't touch a thing.
Same as you left it.
Exactly.
How does that make you feel?
They teach psych classes at FEMA.
Well, just being nice.
It's endearing. But I'm not 16 anymore.
There's lots of other rooms in the hotel.
No, I think I'll sleep just fine.
Okay.
Moment to go to the bathroom. Wait, so she wanted a shower, but now we're not having a shower. So day 1, all that happened was I turned a furnace on. Then day 2. Also, it went from overnight to 5 days. So I've entered the dining room from the north, so I need to go that door. Can I change? Can I put the lights at all? Nope.
Nicole?
Irving, how long has it been since someone's inspected the pantry?
Inspected? You mean stocked?
I'd just like to know if I should choose between malnutrition and food poisoning.
There'll be tons of things to eat.
Hmm.
Oh, definitely no mice or roaches. Pretty sure about that.
I'm more concerned about the
I was
bacterial
thinking
world.
more like mold, bacteria, and such.
You'll see. There's nothing to worry about.
I had an ant farm.
For a while I hid an ant farm in the closet. I think Leonard suggested it. One morning my bed was swarming with ants.
You must have freaked out.
My mother did. The ant farm ended up straight in the trash.
Your career as an entomologist nipped in the bud.
Didn't think I still remembered all these little things.
Nah, ignore the last one. Always catch the falling knives. Okay, now I gotta report the moldy food.
There's some food, but it looks moldy.
Weird. Didn't expect that. There's a freezer. Take a look there.
Okay.
Soup. That sound did not go with the actual door itself.
Hey, you kidding?
I almost forgot. There might be a problem with the fridge door. Just make sure it
Are
doesn't
you
close.
fucking with me?
No. Wait, what did I say?
It would have been more useful to know that before I got locked in.
Oh, holy shit, I'm a freaking space cadet.
Yeah, I could have died in there.
Wish you would have.
Uh-huh.
Sorry to interrupt your continental breakfast. I got a hold of Mr. Jenkins, the attorney.
When's he getting here?
About time. When's he getting here?
He tried to make it. His car ended up in a ditch between York Road and Valley.
Oh, come on.
He called 911 after just a mile.
I'm just gonna hole up in my room and cry, if that's okay with you.
I can't imagine that. He asked me to give you a message. Here it is. He says to... This is a swear word, and you don't need to hear it. Nicole, at this point, start assessing the general conditions of the hotel on your own. Jot down what you want to keep. I recommend you start with the second floor. It's surely the most damaged.
Please, only call me if you've got good news.
Here I am. What's up?
The hallway on the second floor is cut off. The door to the west wing is locked.
Your father started renovations, but he didn't get the bank loan and had to stop.
Leonard's attic is at the end of the hallway. His man cave.
Does that mean something to you?
I tried so hard to forget about that room for years.
Anyway, the west wing is pretty run down after all this time with no windows. Hello? You there?
You always have an answer to everything.
What do you mean?
You know too much.
I've joked about it, but it's not funny anymore.
I don't understand, Nicole.
You know how to turn on the furnace. You know where to find food, and that the fridge door is busted. You know my family's story and the hotels.
It's up to FEMA to deliver the supplies to isolated places like the Timberline. I've been up there with the truck every month since I've been on duty. Is something wrong?
How should I have known?
How should I have known that, huh?
I don't know. I don't know what you know and what you don't know. What difference does it make?
None.
I'm sorry if I upset you.
No one can upset me. I better keep doing the inspection. Yeah. Hello? Who is this? What? What did you say?
Rachel is still there. Don't sell the hotel.
Is this a joke? Who is this? You're gonna pay for this lame-ass joke. I have a phone, a cell phone. I'm talking with FEMA, and I'm gonna get them to call the sheriff. The phone lines are down. Leonard stopped paying the bill months ago.
Hey, cutie pie.
Daddy?
Nicole, it's Irving.
Oh, sorry. Must have been sleeping pills in those beans. Since I've been here, it's like I'm literally hibernating.
You had a tough day yesterday.
I think I had a dream.
About?
Leonard, maybe.
Okay, I need you to pay attention though.
Should I worry?
The storm brought down some power lines. There are blackouts all over.
Oh, I wonder why that doesn't surprise me.
The electricity generator could go bust. I don't like the idea of you up there on your own in the dark. We need to do something.
My electrical know-how is slightly limited.
It's okay. I can guide you to the emergency generator. If we activate it, you'll be self-sufficient.
That's it.
That's it?
There are two ways of getting to the circuit breaker. Straight through the garage's side door, or from the floor you're on.
But
The garage side door is stuck. You'll have to pass through the crawl space along the entire building and climb down from your floor. If the power goes out, you'll be completely in the dark.
all right. What do I have to do?
Check the closet in your father's apartment and see if you left anything you can use for lighting.
Oh, on my way.
Lipstick.
What's up?
Hi. I want to ask you something.
Okay. Go ahead.
How long has the hotel been closed?
About 4 years. Yeah, from 89.
I mean, did anyone think about doing a thorough clean of the basement?
Don't know. Probably pretty rushed. Why?
I found something.
Another Polaroid?
A lipstick.
Huh.
Can you explain that?
Doesn't that seem weird?
It's a lipstick?
You don't get it. It looks really old. I remember this brand. The girls at school used it. Weird.
What?
It didn't dry out. I could even use it now. It's perfect.
I'm afraid I don't get it.
Irving, this brand doesn't exist anymore. It's been, I don't know, 9 or 10 years. Strange someone should wait 10 years to open a lipstick just to use it, don't you think?
Why are you telling me this, Nicole? You want to get pretty there with the generator?
Gives me the creeps.
Are you crazy?
Nicole, it's just another one of those things customers forget.
Well, yeah. You're probably right.
Didn't he say that the door was jammed and couldn't be opened? I swear that was a thing he said. Unless he's been lying the entire game.
Porting is ordered, sir.
You awake?
Sorta. You forget your coffee?
For once, I don't need it. I gotta talk to you about something.
Okay.
Wait. After 10 years, Glinda Ferguson saw Rachel in the Timberline Hotel. Is she really dead? Hold on. Report.
Here I am.
You didn't tell me you knew Leonard.
I thought we'd been through that.
Let me finish. I spent the night going through his stuff, and I want to know what you think.
About what?
You obviously know more about this place than I do. About what went on here, since I left at least.
What do you mean, you went through his stuff? What are you looking for?
Someone calls me and says Rachel is alive. Then a lipstick appears out of nowhere. It feels like something weird's going on.
Rachel is dead.
That's what everyone says. But maybe the story deserves a second pass. There are too many gray areas.
Look, the storm is dying down. You'll be able to leave soon and go back to your life. And you can forget about the whole thing you did 10 years ago. What do you care about this old business? It's not worth losing sleep over.
Wrong
just
losing, because that's losing. I want to follow my instinct.
I'm not busy at the moment. I want to follow my instinct. I haven't done it in so long, and it feels like things don't add up here.
Okay, let me hear what you're thinking.
If there's one thing Leonard taught me, it's that you gotta listen to what's buzzing in your head. First, it might just be a confusing noise, but if you connect the dots, then it starts making sense. And right now, I've got a beehive in my head.
All right, let's go hunt some bees then.
Friend story.
In this article from a couple years back, there's a statement by some girl who affirms she saw Rachel in a hallway at the Timberline.
Who's this girl?
A classmate, Glenda Ferguson. I tore out the page. I think the magazine was MT Woman.
Nicole. That's a gossip magazine. They would sell their mother, even their cousins and nephews, just for a bunch of new readers.
She couldn't have
But she
been
was
wrong.
a classmate. She couldn't have been wrong.
Rachel fell 90 feet into a void. She can't be alive.
I thought I was the skeptical one here.
Newspaper
So,
clippings.
listen to this. Graphologists doubt the authenticity of the suicide note left by the girl.
Who said that?
An investigative journalist. The article came out a year after her death.
You think it's a setup?
Perhaps.
Okay, I'll hear you out.
I found a copy of the local paper, dated December 29th, 1981, the day that the body was discovered. According to the forensics report, Rachel had been dead for days. She was 9 weeks pregnant.
Yeah, that was the official version.
Um, 9 weeks pregnant. Rachel became close to Leonard McGrath during the last month as she spent several hours at the Timberline Hotel in order to correct her dyslexia. The romantic liaison between the 49-year-old professor and the teenager. Pastor Foster?
I can't stop thinking about Rachel's father.
Reverend Foster is a very strict man. Harsh, even for pastor standards.
He and Leonard spent hours debating the nature of reality, the universe, and God.
Well, opposites often attract.
Do you ever see him?
Rarely. He gives a service once in a while.
I don't like priests.
Priests always made me nervous. Them and their invisible boss.
His daughter's death destroyed his ego. His faith made him even more cynical and lonely than he already was.
I can remember him demanding total perfection from Rachel. That was insane.
You don't think he could have harmed his daughter?
Hey, no. But even Reverend Foster is a player we shouldn't underestimate in this story. Just saying.
Right.
Lipstick?
Remember the lipstick I found downstairs?
Yep, you made a big deal about it.
It doesn't smell.
Should it?
After they've been open for a while, lipsticks smell really bad.
Maybe there's been other women. I mean...
From what I gather, Leonard was a sort of recluse. And don't forget, the lipstick is really old.
Could the cold have preserved it?
Possibly.
Anything else?
Then I think finally, the book.
Hey, I found a book in Leonard's things. It's a collection of poetry, but it's got notes written in it.
Did your father write them? What do they say?
Dates, notes, thoughts. Listen to this. Today I saw Rachel. Or Rachel is sad. Or Rachel says she feels alone.
He kept a diary about her.
But the book was printed 8 years after Rachel's death.
Do you mean it's like he was talking with Rachel after she died?
As if he saw her.
Well, I mean, there must be an explanation.
Of course, there's an explanation for everything, and we've got to find it.
Okay, I'd say that's enough.
Yeah, that's enough for tonight. Today, or what the hell time is it?
You think there's a lot to dig up in this old story?
So I know exactly what happened.
Maybe not. Until I know exactly what happened. Any objections?
You don't need my approval.
Good job. You're getting the hang of it.
But sometimes it's better to leave the skeletons in the closet. And once they come out, you never know what they'll have to say.
It's a risk I already considered. I can handle it.
Hard-headed like your father. Trust me, at least on this one thing. Go to bed. You need it.
Agent Crawford, this bit of advice. I'll follow it to the T.
Okay, so day 5. How many achievements are left? Story achievements, I should say. There's 9 days.
Hey, cutie pie. How are you?
Daddy? Daddy, is that you? Where are you? I can't see you.
You came back in the end. It's like the inescapability of a celestial body's revolution. We can't help but follow certain stars' brightness, even if those stars have died millions of years ago.
Is it you? For real? Are you real?
Their light is alive, and it reaches us. And those stars are alive and dead at the same time.
What are you trying to say? I don't understand. I can't see you, Daddy.
Listen, sweet pea. My sweetheart. Listen to my voice. It's important.
I can't see you. Where are you? Where are you?
You know how much I love you.
I know, Daddy. I've always known it. I love you too. Say it again, please.
I love you. I love you. I love you. Rachel, 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 Rachel.
Okay, so day 6. That shouldn't have counted as a day. So he's just done the Bioshock thing of something is alive and dead at the same time. It's a matter of perspective. In other words, Rachel isn't alive, but she's a ghost. Like, that's the twist of this game, isn't it?
Morning.
Am I interrupting?
I was eating steak and potatoes, cheesecake, strawberry shake, and a frothy cappuccino, Italian style.
So the usual frozen beans.
Half a serving. The other half ended up in the trash.
I did find something. Some tapes that were found in the main office. In truth, I shouldn't even have taken them.
Oh, so what'd you find, Billy the Kid?
Well, I don't think it's anything useful.
Wait, where did I put them?
What?
The pliers, so I can pry the words out of your mouth.
Oh, sure. Okay. It's VHS of the behind the scenes of a TV broadcast, but it's all bullshit just to attract an audience. Trust me that...
Jesus, you can be really long-winded.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. They're tapes about haunted hotels, weird and mysterious stories, stuff kids like. With these guys who call themselves ghost hunters.
Ghost hunters? Did they hear about the old farting ghost?
I'm not sure, but they went on a tour of old buildings in the county, and they stopped by the Timberline, too.
Hey, I'm just quickly popping in to say, going forward, so following that specific line that just played about the ghost hunters, things are going to go very different in terms of where I'm looking. So previously I was looking all around and everything. My line of sight is now going to be more lower, purely because I was expecting a jump scare throughout the game, because it seems like a game that's very lazily designed, so I was expecting jump scares. Didn't end up happening, however, my vision is still going to be lower. So expect that for the rest of this video, especially at key points, where like I'm wandering around. But yeah, that's all I wanted to mention at the moment.
Whatever, let me hear it.
Okay, but I'm warning you, it's kind of, well, listen for yourself.
Okay, the lights look good. How about the headphones?
Don't know, there's like a buzzing noise. Listen.
I've been hearing that buzzing noise this entire game.
Well, the German ones are better.
We are about to enter a nightmare hotel. A place full of deceit and secrecy where terrible lies were played out. I don't like that. I'll do it again later. Oh, the room with the fireplace isn't bad.
Okay.
Spare me the kitchen. I didn't know what the hell to say.
Fireplace okay? Kitchen no. Stan, where'd you leave all the gear? Room 1. I stuck a piece of tape on the door. I didn't get that. What room? I got a buzz in the headset. Damn microphones. 117.
Danny, what's that stuff in camera? It's giving off a glare and burns out the thing. I told you no tricks.
What tricks? I didn't use anything.
Stop fucking around, Danny.
I told you I didn't rig anything. I saw it too. It's a mirror, isn't it?
Huh?
It looked like the reflection on a mirror.
What'd you smoke this morning?
What the fuck are you two up to? Cut the crap. You're freaking me out. Holy shit, there it is. There it is.
Where?
I saw it. It's just up there. It's like a light, like a door that opens. I swear.
Stop touching me or you'll give me a heart attack.
What are you talking about? I'm like over here.
Fuck, I felt someone touch me. Are you kidding?
That's it?
Yep, the tape's damaged. Too damp.
Well,
It's
I'd
bolted
say
up.
fucking typical.
How ladylike.
What happened in the end with the TV show?
Never aired. Some say they ran off, ditching everything there.
Yeah, but they mention a room on the tape. I'd like to take a look.
It's, 117, I think.
117, yeah. Same floor as my apartment. I found the room.
But
But someone barricaded it with an L bracket.
do what they do in movies. Bust through the door with your shoulder.
Real funny. I need a screwdriver. I think I saw one around somewhere, but I don't remember where.
Probably in the basement.
Seems to me I've seen one in the garage.
The electrical room.
Generator room. I'll let you know.
There was one in the electrical room, right under, or right above the lipstick. I hear wind chimes. So they're now hearing voices of a girl. Then they run out. Okay.
Hey!
For fuck's sake, Irving!
Oh, what did I do?
You gave me a heart attack.
Sorry, I'll warn you with a carrier pigeon next time.
What?
I'm just curious to know what you found in that room.
You should be. You're never gonna believe it.
Day 7.
you still there?
Where else should I be?
Home?
I wouldn't miss Nicole's amazing adventures in the remote mountains for anything.
Irving. Don't,
Just checking I didn't
don't
accidentally
tell me you're
fuck
staying
off.
on
Yep.
just for me. Go. I promise not to get into any trouble for the rest of the night.
I already told you. I'm sticking around till you get closure.
Thanks. You always do that?
Do what?
Worry about every desperate stranger that knocks on your door.
You're no stranger.
But I don't get it.
You've been a part of this place since you were born. You belong here.
Well, I thought I left all this behind. Maybe I still have a ways to go. To be free?
You're making progress. 2 days ago, you would have skinned me alive if I'd called you a country bumpkin.
2 days ago, I imagined you as a pimply kid from rescue services with a Boy Scout complex.
Pimply? My skin is as smooth as a 12-year-old's. It's good we're just talking on the phone then.
Listen, is this contraption really a phone? It feels like a walkie-talkie / defibrillator.
It's a real phone, and trust me, in a few years, everybody'll have one.
You think? It's easier for me to believe in ghosts than to imagine people being hounded by a phone when they're out and about.
I'm grateful for it. I wouldn't have met you without it.
Irving, are you hitting on me by any chance?
No. What are you... I mean, it's just...
Relax. I was kidding.
I can never tell when you're kidding.
Yeah, it's one of my fascinating virtues.
Same. Oh, hold on a sec. Don't go anywhere, okay?
Huh? Oh, okay.
You have a good night too, Miss Flattery. Merry Christmas.
Good night, hon.
Here I am.
To be honest, I never thought I'd spend Christmas like this. Sorry, I was going off on another flashback about the life of Nicole Wilson.
Christmas Eve is the right time to reminisce.
Yeah,
Yeah. I get it too.
yeah. That's what there was, in the end. There was like a strange kind of warmth. Then it all ended. Christmas of '80. Me and my mom were at my aunt's house in Billings, and Leonard was here on his own. While I was pretending that I liked my aunt's sweater, he and she were...
Nicole.
They...
Hey.
And a year later, she killed herself. And what she was carrying, too.
Don't be like that.
There you have it. These are my memories, and, Hey, did you hear that?
No. What are you talking about?
Like a clinking.
No. I don't...
It's the wind
hear
chimes again.
Wait there, I definitely heard something.
Okay.
That was my footstep, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking about earlier, when I said I was happy to have met you.
Uh-huh.
I was trying to figure out how to tell you. I feel real close to you, Nikki. God, I hear myself talk. I sound like an idiot.
Irving, I don't know what you're trying to say, but right now, I'm dealing with something else.
I want to be there to help you. I'm just a useless voice on the mic.
believe me, right now, I would also like a little bit more presence.
You know, people get close in lots of ways.
Please, shh, a sec. I'm trying to listen to this noise.
All right, I get that I might be overdoing it. Sorry, I'm a klutz, and sometimes it's...
Irving, please, shut up. Thanks. Listen, we'll get back to this, but let me figure this out. Where is this sound coming from?
I don't hear anything. Anyway, later.
Fuck.
Nikki?
I remembered.
What?
This sound I keep hearing.
Did you figure out where it's coming from?
Yes! I mean, no, maybe. But I remember why it sounds familiar. The chandeliers.
What chandeliers?
The ones in the ballroom.
Nicole, I don't follow. I'm probably stung from before.
Stop thinking about before and listen to me.
I'm listening.
When I was little, I could sit for hours and watch them set up the parties in the ballroom.
Uh-huh.
To me, those chandeliers were like a flying merry-go-round.
What does all this have to do with the sound you heard?
Every time the window behind the bar was opened, the decorations would clink. That's the sound I heard. Those old chandeliers moving in the breeze.
But the chandeliers in the ballroom were taken down 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah,
That's the chandelier hanging.
not actually there anymore, but that sound is unmistakable.
But what you're
Hello.
saying
What?
is
One down.
impossible.
I'm sure. And no, I don't understand, but whatever made that sound is around here somewhere.
You're worrying me.
I just need to think and listen.
Okay. Keep me posted. Please.
The last time Rachel's family was there, Reverend Foster wasn't as sullen as usual.
And your parents?
My mother had eyes only for Leonard. And I saw he wouldn't stop staring at that girl.
Rachel.
She talked and moved with the grace and confidence of an adult. She wore a dress with a bow on the back. She was so beautiful. Fuck. It was the beginning of the end, and we were breaking out the champagne.
Nikki.
Sorry. I'm becoming a freaking nostalgic up here.
Oh, thank God. Okay. So far, it's literally not been about how there was statutory rape involved. Now, it's basically just a story of, yeah, this girl ruined my parents' marriage. What the fuck? Fuck.
Irving?
Merry Christmas, Nikki. Ho, ho, ho. It's a little late for holiday greetings, but I expected that.
What?
Well, I thought you were calling to... Hey, is everything okay?
Yes. I mean, I don't think so. No.
What happened?
I think I sleepwalked.
Like in the old Laurel and Hardy movies?
I'm serious. I woke up in church, standing in front of the lectern.
Wow. Does that happen a lot?
No.
One doesn't just become a sleepwalker from one day to the next.
It used to happen when I lived here. One time in February, I ended up outside.
But no parent leaves the doors unlocked if their kid sleepwalks.
I never told anyone.
sleepwalking episodes are common in children.
That's not the point. I forgot all about it. Then I come back here and it happens again. If I ended up in that church, maybe there's a reason.
Sometimes following your instinct is the best thing.
I don't want to go back there now. But I'll think about it. Oh, Irving?
Yeah?
I like that you call me Nikki. Merry Christmas.
What was her name again? Nicole?
Merry Christmas, Nikki.
I legitimately do not remember her name.
Hi.
I was thinking, there really could be a repressed reason as to why you ended up there.
So you've come to the conclusion that I'm not crazy?
Never thought that. Well, at least not in this case. Oh, fuck off. Hey, language, Sister Nicole.
All right. So, if I think about the church, I think about my mother. She often helped Reverend Foster. She decorated for holidays, did fundraising, and put up booths to involve the whole community in parish activities. You know, that kind of stuff.
I know what you mean.
While she's talking, I'm
I
gonna
think
have
she
a
found
drink.
gratification in doing that. Something she didn't get elsewhere, including the hotel. When we moved to Portland, she quit.
Fundraising?
God.
I gather you didn't exactly have a high opinion of your mother when you were a kid.
Well, she was really busy with the hotel. I was always running after Leonard. He was much more fun than she was, no doubt about it. He was a philosopher capable of calculating the motion of celestial bodies while taking apart and refitting a motorcycle in less than half an hour.
What about her?
In the same half hour, she could have audited a business balance sheet. There you go.
Ah, a businesswoman.
No. What I understood later, living in such proximity to her, was that Mom loved feeling needed.
A religious community like ours makes you feel needed, without a doubt.
I suppose.
So I can report this.
Someone broke into the church. Some fucking screwed up camper.
Oh, your father left it open for mountain wanderers.
Damn sons of... Ugh. I'll have to clean up this mess before Jenkins shows up.
Keep an eye out. Normally, no one's around in this weather, but you never know.
Ugh. Okay.
Nikki?
When there was a party, my mother always got out the usual streamers and decorations and stuff. She raced in and out of the church, but I never discovered where she kept all those things.
Never asked?
Oh, a million times. She didn't want to answer. She said they were in a safe place.
Sheet music.
Real mystery.
What kind of decorations could they have possibly been?
Nothing explosive. It's just that I had the bad habit of sneaking all over the place and forgetting what time it was. There was that huge lady, the assistant cook, Mrs. Bryce. She used to get so mad.
A judicious girl.
They promised to reveal the secret storeroom when I got older, but I must have forgotten.
Mystery of the secret storeroom. Sounds good.
The riddle!
What are you talking about?
Leonard was never good at keeping secrets, but he taught me a riddle to get there.
Can you remember it?
Incredible. Yes. Oh, something like, down the stairs, watch your step, don't fall apart or it's your end, round a corner, turn around, there's your way in front of you. All that's closed can be open too if you see beyond its looks. But how can I remember it? How... it's... I...
Wow. Total mystery. Want to play?
Yes. I need to think about it. I have no idea what it means. I'll call you if anything comes to mind.
I want my flashlight.
sing for the church choir now?
I know this tune.
The souls that come out of their graves. It's from the book of Revelation.
Can I ask you about your mysterious father, who you only sort of mentioned?
My father was nothing like Livick.
Well, I don't know what happened between you, but if you
Oh,
want
okay,
to talk
that
about
just
it,
that just phases out of existence.
But not now. It's complicated.
Yeah, I get that. Believe me, I do.
Thanks.
Shit.
You gonna call... what's his face? Nope. What the fuck?
Shit.
So, found the mystery decorations?
No. No decorations.
Is everything okay?
I found something.
What?
It's like someone built some kind of bedroom. Irving, you there?
Of course, yeah. What bedroom? Tell me what you see.
Okay. There's some windows. Drawn on the walls. Books. Sheet music. A pink bed. It's like a kid's room.
No way.
This place doesn't make sense. No one would live down here.
Nikki, I think you should get out of there now.
Oh, wait. There's got to be an explanation.
Okay, that's it. Now I'm calling the head office in Billings. I'm telling them it's a code red emergency, so they'll have to...
Jesus Christ, Irving.
What?
This is all Rachel's stuff. Understand? It's her room, a replica.
You don't know that. You can't know what her room looked like.
Everything here reminds me of her. Let me look around. I'm sure I'll find an explanation.
But my other hand's on the red phone.
Keep it there, but don't make the call. I need to figure out what's going on here.
No retainer.
Did you get out of there?
You know by any chance if Rachel wore a retainer?
Maybe. There was an article saying they hadn't found it at the site of the suicide.
I remember. She always made a horrible noise when she clipped it onto her palate with her tongue.
What does Rachel's retainer have to do with anything?
I found a box. It could be hers.
Why should someone keep a 10-year-old retainer?
Maybe they're not just keeping it. Maybe they're using it. The box is empty.
No way. I can't...
Let me go on.
Breadcrumb.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
We have to call someone. You have to get out of there right now.
No. I found a key. It's from my old music box. The one in Leonard's room.
A bunch of strange things happened since I got here. Think about it. Phone calls on a dead line. Old lipsticks that don't go bad. Leonard's notes where he says he saw a girl that's supposedly been dead for 10 years, and now this!
All good reasons to get out of there. We both agree that saving your skin is top priority, right?
I've looked over every inch of this place, and there's no one.
If it's true, you realize what that means?
What? What are you trying to tell me?
Your father... He spent years in there, in total solitude, with the weight of his family and Rachel on his
I'll wait
shoulders.
here before I go forward.
He wasn't the kind of guy to just let the past slide with a shrug. You know that too.
believe you said something like that.
Think about it. That room could be an act of love. Distorted, even morbid, but in his eyes...
How dare you?
I chose the wrong one.
My father might have had a lot of weaknesses, but surely what you're saying... Leave out that he cheated on my mom. Leave out that he fell in love with a 16-year-old, but fucking hell, don't you dare even think that! He would never have built a fucking underground shrine for a dead person.
Your father had changed in the end. You didn't spend time with him, but I met him, and I'm telling you.
No! I don't give a shit about what you have to say.
I just want you to know that...
If you don't want to help discover the truth, don't call me.
So we're going to... She's gone mad. I'm going to open it, open it, open it, open it.
Asshole. How dare you? You don't know shit. You don't know fuck. Finally, a bit of peace and quiet. It'll help me clear my head without those incessant phone calls. I'm not a fucking switchboard, for fuck's sake. Okay, let me piece things together. I just found out there's a room dedicated to Rachel Foster in my father's hotel. Maybe with items from her real room. Holy Jesus, that's freaky. Some people think she didn't commit suicide, and some even think she's still alive. I have to think it through. What concrete clues did I find? First thing, the phone call. They said Rachel isn't dead. Then the lipstick from 10 years ago turns up, still good. And then my father's various notes where he says he still sees her. If that were true, it might explain the sighting by her friend here in the Timberline. And now I find her retainer box, but no retainer. That room might not be a reconstruction. If Rachel didn't kill herself, Rachel could have lived here. But if she's still alive, why doesn't she tell her parents? Unless they're all in cahoots. No suicide, no Timberline money. No, I'm just being paranoid. And then there'd be no reason for her to live in a fucking underground replica of her room. My key in the middle of Rachel's stuff. Is it a message? Where do I fit in? Are you trying to tell me something, Dad?
My music box with the hockey player. I don't think I have the guts to hear that tune again. But I must.
So I'd like to point out her evidence so far is all very, like, it's just word of mouth over and over again.
The 27th of December, 1983. The hockey finals at Missoula. Us against Cold Springs High. We won by sudden death after a 3-hour game, and I got the medal for the most number of face-offs won. According to the papers, that was the night Rachel killed herself. Coming home, Mom barely had the time to pull into the garage, but I was already racing up to you, waving the medal in your face, Daddy. I was so happy. But you had other things on your mind, right? And you and Mom started fighting. The voices getting louder. That long silence when she comes down the stairs with the suitcases and Mrs. Bryce tries to stop her. Mom's car stays here, and we leave with my Uncle John's. I never found out what started that fight. Mom never wanted to talk about it. Are you trying to, Daddy?
Day 9, which according to their Steam achievements are the last day or second last day. Oh god. So here's basically the game so far. Wait, what?
Irving,
Finally.
I know I told you to go to hell.
I was dying on this chair.
You're right. That room freaked me out. So, I looked around the entire hotel, and if there's still a chance of getting to the bottom of the story, then it's gotta be behind the locked door on the last floor, in the attic.
That wing has been condemned for years.
I know, I'll be careful.
Okay.
There are too many things that I took for granted. It's as if someone was putting pieces of my past in front of me, to show them to me under another light.
Who are you talking about, Dave?
Maybe it's my father. In my music box, I found the medal I won the night Rachel died. Dad could have put it there, and if he did, there must be a reason.
It all sounds insane.
The night Rachel died. Maybe I have to start from there. I played in that really long hockey game. But what was going on in the meantime? You remember that night, Irving?
I think I was at church with my family.
Church. That night we had a mass for the poor here. We held one every year. As usual, Mom volunteered to take me to the game, but she was so busy with the soup kitchen that I was afraid she was going to be late. I remember while she ran around, she said she ordered me to close the mezzanine.
You mean the intermediate floor above the reception? What's in there?
Storeroom.
Have you been up there?
No, I'd forgotten all about it. I'd better take a look before moving on.
So where am I going now? She mean this? Oh, for fuck's sake. Can I refuse? Oh, I fucking hate mannequins. Wait. What the fuck?
Irving? Hello? Can you hear me? I'm on the mezzanine, and it's a nightmare. There are mannequins everywhere. They're set up like in a scene. There's one with a hockey stick. Wait, what the fuck? That's my stick! If you're listening to me, whoever set up this representation, I think they want to tell me that Rachel was killed? But why my hockey stick? Hello? Hello? Oh, why isn't he answering? Irving, I swear I'm not kidding. This is a huge deal. If you can hear me, it's time to make that phone call.
I hate mannequins.
Where are you, Nicole?
It's about time. Did you hear my messages?
How many doors have you opened, Nicole? How many are still missing?
What? Are you drunk?
Keep going.
Hello? Hello, Irving.
Irving's not real. I don't like this. The game has just done a complete 180 from the initial mystery of like why her father was a creep. Now at the mystery of did she actually kill Rachel? Oh, I've gone wrong ways. I'm on the wrong side of the building, it's that side. The only way I can go.
Hello?
I imagine you found my room.
Wait, what?
What? What does all this mean?
That's a question I've asked myself many times. What does all this mean, Irving? How far do you want to push yourself? How much can you take?
What?
Every memory, painstakingly gathered, every reconstructed piece, every little element retrieved from the dark. A photo, a hairband, a lipstick. It means remembering, Rachel. That's what all this means. I didn't choose this path. I had to do it.
What did you do?
What did you do, Irving?
These walls ooze with memories. The memories get into the walls. Under the floorboards, they creep into the crawl spaces.
You're not with FEMA. You... Jenkins... You never talked to him. Your boss, the phone call, all those weird events. You were behind all of them.
Someone had to bring the last piece of the memory puzzle here. The most important one. You.
Me?
Your father wanted to keep you out of it. I convinced him that only you could resolve the equation, as he called it.
I don't understand.
How could you? Over the last few days, you got a little taste of what it means to dig around in the past. Hunting for memories that scratch awake behind every wall in the night. We did it for years. Day after day after day.
That snow doesn't work based on gravity.
Lies.
I have nothing against lies. I grew up around lies. But now it's time for the truth to come out. Finally.
Who are you, really?
I want to tell you a story. There was an invisible boy. Like everyone, he just wanted to run on the grass, ride a bike, and swim in the lake in summer. His father... Oh, his father had other plans for his soul. In his dark world made of silence and prayer, there shone only one star.
He killed Rachel.
His wonderful sister. A heavenly creature that spent hours telling him fairy tales in secret. She who told him what a free and strong man he would become one day.
Rachel?
She was like that. Free and strong. At the time, I didn't understand her dyslexia. Or what retard meant. That's what they called her at school. But I could hear her cry. At night. I wanted to protect her. But I couldn't. One day, that beautiful, luminous creature met someone. A human being that saw her. For real.
My dad.
Yes. And I was the invisible witness of what happened. A love. Simply a love.
There we go.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Well, there was
But
more.
that love was too much. It would be punished. Who paid for this love, Nicole?
Rachel. Rachel was... your sister. Now I remember you.
You were too caught up with your hatred for Rachel to notice the innocent little kid that sometimes tagged along.
I didn't hate your sister. I was just jealous.
Doesn't matter. Those days are over.
How could I have forgotten you?
I was raised to be forgotten.
What do you want?
What do you want from me?
The day my sister paid with her life for her love, we all died. We make up the history of the Timberline.
It was a tragedy. But you...
We all got frozen there, in that very moment. In that confined horizon of events. As you'll understand. As you've already begun to understand.
You're the stranger, so you should.
For the first time in years, I depended on someone.
You have to keep going to get to where I wasn't able to go. You will be the new witness. You owe it to us. And you owe it to her.
A few years have passed since I last used this old tape recorder. I think you were in elementary school. I imagine a testament should start in a poised manner. My dear Nicole, my favorite daughter, etc., etc. Poised, weighty, serious, irrevocable. I prefer asking you how you are. How are you, Nikki? You're probably tired. I can imagine. At this point of your journey, the marks and voices of this old hotel...
This is the going home moment.
...whispered all their secrets. You've always been good at solving puzzles. In this, you surely resemble more your mother than me. Irving has always been convinced that you, only you, could surmount the fear and suffering that exuded from these hallways. We tried. We waited. We were terrified. We studied. We listened. We listened to her. But all the love in the world wasn't enough to decipher those muted vowels, those wide open eyes, those tears of light. In your time and space, in the here and now, I will no longer be with you. But it doesn't matter. Trust me, it doesn't. I have a new theory, Nikki.
Why was theory capitalized?
And remains. It is in the wood you stand on, in the walls that keep up this hotel,
Who are you
in
talking
the air
about?
we breathe. And sometimes it hates. It hates those who didn't allow it, those who cast it aside with indifference, and those who can't recognize it. Stars still emanate their light, even after collapsing, right? There's a lot of light here. There's light. In death. I want to free myself from all this darkness. I can no longer see the stars. I'm tired of surviving in this.
Seems like that's the final key.
How are you, Nikki? I'm good. I will be good. Figure out what Rachel was saying, Nikki. She's here.
Fuck. Fuck. Who's Claire? Fuck. Okay, keep going.
Hello?
Leonard was a very special man. His soul was big enough to love both you and Rachel.
I knew my father's soul better than anyone.
You were just a jealous kid.
Don't you dare try to make me feel guilty. You don't...
I just want you to get to the truth.
So why didn't you tell me about the truth?
Tell who? The Nicole who thought eating beans was the worst tragedy and couldn't wait to finish this business and run away, forgetting everything all over again?
You don't know anything about what my mother and I went through.
But you're different to when you got here. Now you can discover the truth, a truth that otherwise would have destroyed you. I didn't lie to you. I protected you.
Listen, I'm sorry about Rachel. I hated her, and I hated my father, but I never wanted it to end like that. I understand your pain, maybe better than anyone.
What did I just get? Wash it. So it's by the kitchen. Oh, I've got to hand wash it.
How could I have forgotten? I saw everything. I was there. All the pieces were in front of my eyes.
A kid's eyes.
It was the same night as the hockey game in Missoula. Reverend Foster was so busy with the preparations of the meals for the giving to the poor at the Timberline church. And my mother, Claire, said that we would get back from the game in time for the distribution. She convinced my father to help the Reverend, and he'd come with his whole family. You, and Rachel.
Yeah. I remember it like it was yesterday.
I couldn't find my stick. I panicked and I went down to the garage. Claire was there, red in the face. Her look.
Her look?
It was just a fleeting feeling. That's why I erased it from my memory. I had to erase it, understand?
What was in her look?
It just wasn't her. It was like a frightful creature. A disturbed,
There's the
dangerous
retainer.
animal. I've never seen her like that before or after. Not even on her deathbed. And then she put her hands on her hips, exhausted. She smiled. And there she was again, my mom. But it must have just been the impression of a moment. I had the finals against Cold Springs High awaiting me. I climbed in the car,
Okay, that noise is
throwing
me.
my bag into the back seat. My hockey stick was there. Claire said she'd cleaned it. She'd cleaned it.
Go on.
I don't...
Go on!
We got there on time and I played. Best game of my life. And the last. Claire was on the bleachers encouraging me, cheering. And then I lost sight of her. For 2 whole periods, I think. And later when I asked, she said she'd moved because Marty O'Donegal's father was getting on her nerves. But it wasn't true.
Just enough time to go back to the car.
Don't say it. Irving, don't say it. Don't say a thing. I don't... I traveled all the way with Rachel's body and the baby she carried inside of her in the trunk rolled in the blanket. God. Oh my God. She killed Rachel.
Thank you, Nikki.
You've had your revenge. I hope all this gives you the peace you were looking for.
I wanted you to help me uncover the truth.
You're saying you didn't know that Claire...
I was only a kid. Plus, she never wanted me to get to the bottom of it.
Rachel is here?
You know, I think she's still protecting me. But I'm grown up now. Now, we can all be reunited at last.
What? Wait, where are you going? Listen, we can work things out. What happened is terrible, but all the main players in this story are dead. Get it? Dead. We are still alive. We're alive. Me. You. We didn't do anything.
That's exactly what we did wrong, Nicole. We didn't do anything. I can go back to her.
Don't go. You can't. Don't leave me, too. We have our drink.
It's not a goodbye, my tough, pragmatic, stubborn Nikki. We'll meet again. Another time. Beyond this horizon of events. Everything is...
Who's there?
Nope. Nope, 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 nope.
Rachel? Is that you?
And that's it. Right.
Yes?
Strong point, Jenkins, the attorney. Finally, I can get through. You don't know how many times I've tried. I can't hear you. The connection's bad. How are you? I was really worried about the storm.
I'm good.
Wait, did he say Rachel?
Listen, I don't want to sell the hotel anymore.
What? Damn disappearance. I didn't catch you. What'd you say?
I don't want to sell the hotel anymore. You've been really...
Did he say Rachel or Nicole?
Your job is done. Thanks.
Oh, well. I see. Well, you're the owner. And you got every right to decide. But maybe you should talk about it in person. I want to understand. This kind of decision...
I'm back home. And I have to stay here. Right.
Oh,
No, Mom. I was thinking about going to the lake.
she's
Remember
gonna
when
kill
we went
herself.
over John last year? You... Don't want to. It's getting dark. I can't see the light.
There's two endings.
I'll stay here with you, Dad. Mom, we'll bring
There we go. I have some thoughts on this game. First of all, it is gone home, essentially. Like, that room at the top of the stairs was... I referred to it as the gone home room earlier. I don't know how much, like, off the between bits. Shut up. So, a quote-unquote gone home room is sort of the... like, so if you play the game Gone Home, at the end, there is a room where you get the final piece of information which ends the game. I figured that was what that video was going to be, but it wasn't. The story very much ignored the fact that, like, she mentioned once that her dad fell in love with a 16-year-old. That's not good that you mentioned that once, considering it's illegal. So, to answer the question of the title, does it make sense? No, because it doesn't. It sort of uses the whole 16-year-old thing as a sort of as nothing. Even though he was in a position of power. And yeah, so I think they tried too hard with everything else, and they seem to ignore the fact that, for all intents and purposes, she could have been 53 and it would have made zero difference to the story. All that mattered was that she was the same age as the protagonist, and then Irving was her younger brother. That's it. That's all that mattered. So she could have been 53 and it would have changed nothing in the game. She could have been 12 and it would have changed nothing, because they didn't pay attention to the big thing of the age. Was the game bad? No, not by any stretch of the imagination. It is not a bad game. But it is not a good game. It ignores the major, like, the big thing, has multiple unnecessary plot twists. Like, I will say, I think the Irving one is a good plot twist, and then the mother killing her is a good plot twist. The ghost hunters were pointless. The whole thing of her potentially being alive was pointless, because they just went back to the simple plot twist. And, like, even then, like, that simple plot twist makes sense, but the room, why was the room there? Like, Rachel's room, why was that there? Why have that whole thing of there potentially being a ghost? Why have the chimes that send you to the painting for no reason, only for the painting itself to not be the important part? Like, that's my problem with this story, is it has all these dots. So here, I'll describe it like this. It's a... I don't remember what they're called. Connect the dots, that's it. And, like, they're all numbered, so you know which order to do them in. But they've decided that... So they went 1, 2, 3, then they went 5, 13, realised they missed a bunch, didn't go back to 4, they went back to 6 from 13, and continued on from there. Because they had this entire story of maybe she's alive, or she's a ghost. But it doesn't end that story. What were the ghost hunters saying? What were the weird chime sounds? What the hell was everything? It's like nothing was explained at the end. So, it did not make sense in terms of a narrative. And during the early part, I was talking to a friend in Discord, and, like, the story just makes no sense. Because, like, the significance of the church. Okay, the church led to the secret room, which led to Rachel's room. But Rachel's room wasn't important. So what was the point? What was the point in, like, specifically just the whole, like, story of Rachel being alive just doesn't have any point at the end. Because at the end it's just revealed, yeah, she was killed by a member of the family that was, like, and like it's the person that made the most sense. I actually liked the potential plot twist of Rachel was killed by Nicole, considering the hockey stick. I think that was a great plot twist, and then her family helped cover it up. That would have been a great twist, but they didn't go with that. They went with the mother, who, in the grand scheme of things, was not important. But yeah, that's the end of the first doesn't make sense. The concept of the video, or the concept of the game, as was described by the Steam reviews, being that it's essentially a statutory rape apologist game. I think that's a bit wrong, but at the same time, the game very much ignores the elephant in the room. Shush, Discord. They ignored the very important part of it's illegal. Like, their relationship wasn't just an affair, which affairs aren't great either. But the difference is a adult having an affair with another adult is a lot better, in my personal opinion, than an affair with someone who is your student. So does the game make sense? No, in that regard. It does not make sense. But the story itself, with a few minor removals, is actually a decent story. I don't think it's as good as Gone Home, because I think Gone Home has that like perfect story where everything makes perfect sense. Like, and by the end of it, you feel like it all feels right at the end. It doesn't feel like something's gone horribly wrong. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. Fuck off, cunt.